They had the NFL owners meetings. They wanted to approve of the sale of the Denver Broncos. So you have all the NFL reporters there. Commissioner knows what's going to be asked, and he's going to go out there and give you his opinion on Deshaun Watson. And he had this to say on why the NFL is seeking a year-long suspension.
We've seen the evidence. She was very clear about the evidence. She reinforced the evidence that there was multiple violations here, and they were egregious, and it was predatory behavior. Those are things that we always felt were really important for us to address.
I said this from the beginning when they were going to narrow this down to 4 cases. Why is Deshaun Watson being charged for one case when there's 4 women, 4 separate cases? He should be charged four times separately. So 4-time offender. This didn't all just happen on one day. This is over the course of a year and a half. And the commissioner finally came out and said, we're going to look at him, and we're looking at these as 4 separate incidents. Yes, of course they are. If Ben Roethlisberger is accused of being, sexual assault with 2 women, then we should be looking at the same thing with what happened here. 4 separate incidents. That's 4-time offender, not 1 time. 4. And that's important, I think, and should have been important for the judge who ruled on this. You can say, well, 6 games because you gave Zeke Elliott 6 and you gave Ben Roethlisberger 6. Okay. This is 4 different women, even though we know there are other women involved in this. And he should get a year-long suspension. But it shouldn't be shouldn't be put on the back of this judge or this former attorney general to do the dirty work for the NFL. But the commissioner came out and said, felt, very forceful, sounded very forceful, that this is what he wants. Is anybody going to be surprised if the ruling comes back on the appeal and says, no, we're good, 6 games? Certainly feels like the commissioner is maybe leading the witness here a little bit. Yeah, Paulie.
Albert Breer of Monday Morning Quarterback reported about a week and a half ago that there was a deal in place or offered to Deshaun Watson's people, 12-game suspension this year, $10 million fine, and it's over. If you're Watson, do you go back and ask if that offer is still on the table?
Yes.
If you're the NFL, do you consider it to end this thing and double the punishment?
No.
Kind of feels like if you're the NFL, you're like, that offer's been rescinded.
Yeah. Hey, smart guy. We moved on. His attorney, Rusty Hardin. Sorry, Rusty, we moved on. It's an indefinite suspension now and $10 million. The commissioner also talked about the Dolphins' tampering decision. And it's basically, let's talk about tampering and not throwing games, tanking games. Here's the commissioner.
The integrity of the game's critically important. I think the findings were very clear on the tampering charges. And, while tanking clearly did not happen here, I think we all have to understand that our words and our actions have implications, can be interpreted. We have to be careful.
All right. Was there tampering? Yes. Was there tanking? Yes. Would the commissioner ever admit that an owner, even jokingly, asked his coach to throw games? No, he would not. Because then Stephen Ross is gone. Now the integrity is damaged. Because now we've opened up the Pandora's box into the world of gambling. Commissioner could never acknowledge this. Ever. Even though this happened. So Brian Flores is a liar, right? Made it up. Oh, he's just joking. Nobody corroborates this. Okay. So you come down hard on the Dolphins for tampering. Okay. By the way, joint practice today, Miami Dolphins and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah.
Awkward.
Yeah. Does Brady come out with a Dolphins jersey on? Does Brady come out and have Dolphins jersey and Tamper on the back as his name?
Yeah, they all wore Tampa Bay shirts.
Yes. I love it. but the commissioner is disingenuous, and I know it's a must-lie situation, but man, you got to hold your owners accountable here. If we're going to do this to the players, you got to do this to the owners. Daniel Snyder or Jerry Jones, they did this in Carolina. They got rid of that owner. And Stephen Ross, you tampered and you said to your coach, hey, how about $100,000 if you lose some games? I'm just joking. While you're saying to everybody, we got to get Joe Burrow. Whatever, happens, they win the last 2 games of the season, I think, and they lose out on getting the opportunity to draft Joe Burrow. I think there's something here. Yes, Eden.
I would like every time a team gets in trouble from now on, just be like, no, we were just joking. Like Tom Brady, I told him to deflate those footballs, but I was just joking.
Yeah.
I was just kidding.
Yeah.
So then I don't really get in trouble for it. I was just kidding.
All right. I like it. Sure. Hey, it worked for an owner. I'm just joking.
Like, he did say it, but he was just kidding.
Just kidding. And you affixed a $sign to it. Be like, what would it take for you to lose a couple of games there, Brian? I'm just kidding. JK. Yeah, Paul.
If you go back to the ruling and the punishment by the NFL, they do say that Stephen Ross incentivized it a little bit. In the investigation establishes the following: the Dolphins did not intentionally lose games during the 2019 season. That was part 1. In part 2, it says, on a number of occasions during the 2019 season, Mr. Ross expressed his belief that the Dolphins' position in the upcoming draft should take priority over the team's win-loss record. That is a lawyer's way of saying that they were tanking. And they wrote it. So they're saying, yes, he did it, but he didn't offer $100,000. Doesn't matter. You're offering to, if you tell your head coach, hey, you do this now, you'll be taken care of at a later date, which is what is happening here. Everyone knows what that means.
Yes.
They wrote it down. So that when the commissioner says they didn't tank, even in the ruling it says they did.
Yes, but he can't acknowledge it. That's why we're really going to punish you for tampering. Well, that'll take the attention away from, tanking. It's on tampering. But this is crazy. I mean, I know that he can't be honest. Really, that's what it comes down to. The commissioner gets paid $60 million for moments like this, where he takes the heat, where we go, let me throw the BS flag here. And I would throw the BS flag here. Because you admitted that they were trying to. How do you improve your draft position? I'm guessing if you don't win your last couple of games, that'll help. How many times do you go, we won, we're going to improve our draft position? And all you have to do is do what Mark Cuban did. Just don't say this. Let's get some, let's let the younger guys go out there and play. We're not trying to lose. They're not trying to lose, but this is managerial tanking. Let's see if these guys are going to be on the team long term. Let's evaluate our options for the future.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yes.
Good phrase.
Yes. Hey, we didn't try to lose those games. We needed to find out what we have here. Okay. But man. Also, we're waiting for the Deshaun Watson ruling. I don't know. I thought it might happen yesterday. But, the former attorney general doesn't need any more information. There's nothing else that he can ask for. That's it. He's got everything. I don't know how long it takes unless he's writing up a brief. That's never a brief. And we'll get that decision here sometime soon. But you wonder, what if Deshaun Watson said in the beginning, I'm sorry. I need help, and I need to see some people. I need therapy here. I'm sorry for what happened with these women. I want to make good on that, and I hope the NFL, I hope the football world understands, or maybe they could help. They could help understand. Maybe they could understand that treatment is what I need here. I need therapy here. Whatever. At least you've admitted something. You settled all of these cases. He's never shown any contrition. He never apologized. How can you say I never did anything, but you're willing to sit down for 6 games? I don't know if anybody's asked Deshaun Watson that, but I would. So, Deshaun, you didn't do anything wrong. Well, why would you accept a 6-game suspension? But if he had been honest from the beginning, would it be any different? Would the NFL have leniency? I don't know. But I think he's going to get at least a year suspension, and he's going to get fined out of all of this. And the NFL wants to hear contrition. They'd like to hear somebody say, show some remorse. The judge even said this. When she wrote up her, brief, she said he showed no signs of remorse here. But you settled all these things. You're sitting down 6 games. Deshaun, wake up. Grow up. But he's going to pay the price for this. Although you might say, is it really that big of a price? Getting $230 million guaranteed. You sit down for another year. You get to come back. You're going to be, 26 years of age? You're with an organization that's dying for a winner? I just wonder if you gave him a do-over. Or I gave the lawyer, Rusty Hardin, the smartest guy in the room, a do-over. Hey, what do you think? How about a different approach here? Yeah, no, I didn't do anything wrong, but I'm going to settle all these cases. Okay. You're going to suspend me for 6 games, but I didn't do anything wrong. Okay. Good. Good luck with that. But probably a year.